Good day, everyone. Thank you very much for the opportunity to speak at this conference. I'm Gian Dalarama, and I'm the co-founder and CEO of Aiah.ai. Aiah.ai is a company that I started almost 8 years ago. Actually, we'll turn 30 days from now. And we've been focused for the past 8 years on helping companies automate their business processes. And for my presentation today, I'd like to discuss, some of the ways or some of the things that we've been doing to help our clients automate their commerce activities, specifically conversational commerce or commerce via chat. So as everyone knows, because of the pandemic and maybe even before the pandemic, there is this shift towards more automated, more electronic, and more digital experiences um, in retail. This has been exacerbated, obviously, by COVID 19, but the building blocks have been seen even before COVID. So we're seeing a lot of people go online, shop online, compare products online, hence, um, giving them less incentive to actually go out and buy from a physical store. And because of this growth in electronic or digital commerce, the connected logistics industries have developed as well, with more and more third-party logistics or last-mile logistics offerings uh, being set up, either from the big players such as Grab or maybe even the small startups in this space. Um, but at the same time, because of the lack of the physical or personal connection when one goes to the store. A lot of retailers have lamented that there's also the loss of this one-on-one interaction with the salesperson or with the product consultant. And this is where technology actually comes and gives solutions that can help retailers somehow address these problems or concerns. Well, let's pause that for now. But despite everything that has been happening, and maybe because of everything that has been happening, e-commerce exploded. And I'm preaching to the choir in saying that e-commerce has grown in COVID. I think that is an understatement. Here in the Philippines alone, um, most, if not a big part of the transactions happening in retail has been done so via digital channels. And yes, the pandemic played a big role, but the fundamentals of digital use in the Philippines actually was there even before COVID. If you look in this slide, you can see that 90% of Filipino internet users visit a store at least once a month. No? And there are currently close to 67 million individuals, Filipinos, active in chat applications like Facebook Messenger or in social media. So if you look at this and looking at this, you know, at these different market indicators, we're seeing that consumers interacting with brands through a digital channel is here to stay. No? In fact, we're spending close to 5 hours a day in social media and over 10 hours a day online. So there's a very high probability that your next customer, will come from a digital channel. And you know, going back to the problems that retailers are facing now, and knowing the hyper growth of digital channels or digital commerce, how can technology, put these two things together? How can technology help retail businesses today? And for us, at Aya, I do want to discuss how conversational technology can help retail businesses. So first and foremost, as the name implies, conversational commerce provides another, natural digital channel for customers to interact with retail businesses and brands. So the more obvious application of this is actually helping customers sell and hopefully help customers sell more. So what aspects of the selling or the commerce process can conversational commerce technologies help with? So first and foremost is in retargeting and remarketing. So these technologies understand who the customers are or who the consumers are, what channel are they interacting from. They have details of things like, let's say, mobile numbers, emails, and even buying preferences. So with that information, customers or brands or retailers can use this information to retarget and remarket to these customers in platforms outside of the conversational space. So an example of which is using, for example, information about who chatted with the brand to help in retargeting or remarketing via Facebook-owned ad platforms, or even using Facebook pixels, so that you can remarket to these customers in the other sites that they visit. So are also using these types of pixels. So that's the first thing. The second thing where technology can help is to create a return path to recurring revenue for the customer. So what does that mean? So again, knowing which customers have purchased, we can engage them in campaigns so that they can, go back and buy more, or maybe even go back and share their experiences with their friends so that they in turn can buy. We now have a natural, so conversational commerce can give us a natural, chat-based way to offer promotions and or loyalty programs for customers. So these technologies can actually help push perks rather than have customers go to a site and view them. And again, we also help by doing now more personalized shopping experiences. So conversational commerce can have two aspects with regards to personalized shopping. One is technologies can be trained, or bots, for example, can be trained with details of the customer's products, so that their consumers can ask any questions, and then these conversational commerce bots can then answer questions about products. Or if the consumer requires a more human touch or a human approach, they can then have omni-channel live chat, wherein personal shoppers or highly skilled agents can actually chat with consumers to help them choose. So using one of these two technologies, or actually using both, automated and live chat, can actually help support this personalization angle that can help more customers feel that the brand is listening to them. And then obviously, having a natural language-driven platform where customers can basically, or consumers, sorry, can basically ask for what they need, will provide an easy way for them to buy. So that's how technologies help in sales, especially in sales growth. Second, and the more obvious use cases of these technologies in customer care. So always keeping the customer informed, for example, with the status of any purchases that they have, whether it's already in delivery or it's currently being packed or so on and so forth. A conversational commerce bot can do that proactively. So a customer will receive it as a chat message, for example. Uh, the second is to also provide, again, using both automated and live chat capabilities, provide a 24 by 7 support channel. So this can be answering questions about the product, answering questions about logistics and delivery, or even receiving complaints from customers so that you retailers can actually learn from these experiences. And then finally, the third aspect where conversational commerce technology can help retailers is in the, I call it the back end processes or the sales operations processes. Why is that? For larger brands, having a storefront is actually just the start of the sales process. There are a lot of back-end processes that need automation, wherein conversational commerce technologies can help, either in giving these orders, or sending these orders in a format that back-end systems or processes can understand, or maybe going the extra mile and actually doing end-to-end automation of, let's say, inventory management, pricing management, logistics management, payments management, etc. So a lot of conversational commerce technologies nowadays also include, the, so to speak, back end um, processes that can help automate sales operations. So it is these three things, um, helping grow sales, providing a 24 by 7 channel for support, and helping automate sales automation or sales operations. Now, these three things are the major areas where conversational technologies can help retailers today. So I keep on saying, conversational commerce and so on and so forth. But what is conversational commerce? So conversational commerce, simply put, is buyers and or businesses um, interact over a messaging platform with the goal of buying a product. So your customers interacting with you over a messaging platform so that they can potentially buy a product from you. And again, why why conversations, no, why chat, no? In a previous slide I said that many Filipinos are actually online and are shopping online and are searching for products online. But why chat specifically? It's mostly about convenience and natural interactions. Convenience because many, if not all, Filipino internet users have at least one chat platform installed in their mobile device, whether that be Facebook Messenger, Instagram, for example, Instagram Direct, or maybe even plain old SMS. So a lot of these applications are already pre-installed in many cases in devices. But at the same time, no, we Filipinos are known to be chatters. No, we were at one point the SMS capital of the world. No, we are probably one of the top social media users, and I would reckon we are one of the top messaging users in the world as well. So, based on the stats that we've gotten from our partners, such as Facebook, we know that 9 out of 10 shoppers said that they're most likely to buy from a business that they can message. And out of those 90%, 97% of that are planning to increase or maintain their shopping via chat. So a store or a brand or let's say a retail establishment that is active in answering concerns, questions, will more highly likely sell more than an unresponsive, let's say, brand or store. No? So, and as you can see here, here are some of the common questions and or transactions that happen over conversations. Getting information on products. They want to get an instant response. They want to get a trusted advice or advice from a trusted partners and potentially negotiate the price of certain items and to get more personalized support. So, what do you normally get in a conversational commerce platform? And this is from the point of view of our own Aiah commerce conversational platform. First and foremost, you have a content management system. This is where you can add information about um, your store. You can add information about frequently asked questions. Now you can train our AI chatbots to respond to certain inquiries. That's the CMS or content management system. The second thing that you'll get is an order management system. So this is an order management, order processing, and inventory platform. Here you can upload details about your products. You can upload details of the variants of those products. Add inventory amounts, and then process those orders automatically as those orders come in from chat. You obviously also get the AI chatbot, which you can link in one of many supported chat applications. This is the primary medium where customers or consumers transact with or converse with the brand. And then finally, you get analytics. So all of this information about orders, information about conversations, information about the buyers can be used by brands, by you guys, by retailers to get, you know, information so that you can make actionable business decisions based on those information. And really, reiterating what I mentioned earlier, how does it help? First, being instant and on chat helps drive conversion. Second is we can use the information and interactions with chat to drive traffic, let's say conversational traffic to your website or maybe to your social media pages. Third is you will have access to customer insights and analytics. So again, as I mentioned earlier, you can use this information to make data-driven decisions and actionable decisions about your strategies and or future programs. And of course, most importantly, you will have 24 by 7 and always on interaction and engagement. So you will no longer be encumbered by shifts of your social media agents, for example. So there will always be a bot answering questions about your brand and potentially a bot facilitating purchases in your store, right? So how specifically can brands use Aiah Commerce? So Aiah Commerce, the way we built it, was essentially a tool that automates the entire customer journey, pre-purchase, purchase, and post-purchase of your customers. So let's start with the start. Let's say pre-purchase or discovery. So Aya Commerce can tap into large networks, social networks like Instagram and Facebook, and specifically chat applications like Messenger. So these applications or these networks already have a built-in audience base. We can also use Commerce can also use the built-in um, advertising and targeting platforms of these networks, so that brands can actually run ads that direct traffic to the bot. So that way, when an audience or when a customer, let's say, sees an ad about a certain product in Facebook, they can actually be directed to a bot where they can ask questions about the product or even buy the product. At the same time, if a customer is browsing Facebook and they go to the social media page of the brand or the retailer, they can interact with the retailer via, let's say, posting a comment. And then we can take that, our platform can take that and then message the poster or the commenter automatically and move that conversation, let's say, to let's say direct messaging or to a chatbot conversation. Yeah. So basically, in a few clicks, they can get information that they need and also potentially purchase the product or services that they want. So next, so now that we move from discovery, let's move into consideration. So consideration is a step in the customer journey where the buyers think of buying. So this is the phase wherein they need to get as many information as they can about the products that they want to buy. And this is where personalized suggestions and even speaking to a personal shopper can help, or chatting with a personal shopper um, can help. So Aya Commerce, as I mentioned, through its automated chatbot, can answer questions about your products and services. At the same time, should the customer want to speak with a live agent in the platform, the agents can speak to the customers, or the personal shoppers can chat with the customers through our platform, and we will facilitate all of that. So, and at the same time, we can share other bits and pieces of information about the products, again, either via through the automated channels or through live chat. And we support a lot of media, interactive media, such as videos, animated GIFs, photos, etc. And at the end of the day, we can also recommend or show similar products based on their preferences. We can use our own recommendation engine to actually recommend a product automatically to a customer based on previous purchases and or their current preferences. So once discovery consideration is done and the customer is now willing to make a purchase, now Aya Commerce has the facility for customers to buy. So, so here, um, through an easy to use um, platform within chat, customers can select the products that they want to buy, set quantities, enter payment details, enter delivery details, and then buy. Once the order has been placed, this goes through the order management system of Aiah, and then the retailer or brand can use that to facilitate the delivery of said service or product. And now, once the product has been delivered, or maybe the product is still being delivered, we can automate post-purchase. So this is where support and or loyalty offers can come in. So we can provide, 24 by 7 customer care, either about, questions about the delivery or maybe general information about the products once again, or maybe even receiving complaints. This can be done via an automated 24 by 7 chatbot or a hybrid live chat help desk or customer desk staffed by your highly trained agents. Another thing that we can do is, as I mentioned, especially when the product is still being delivered, customers can message and ask about, where the product is, what's the status of delivery, and so on and so forth. And of course, they'll know when the product is being delivered, right? So to summarize, Aya Commerce aims to automate the entire customer journey. And using our technology, we can automate the pre-purchase, purchase, and post-purchase elements to give your brand and your store an end-to-end conversational commerce automation solution. So with that, thank you very much for listening to my presentation. And for attendees of Retail Tech Innovation Summit, we actually have a promo running. You can scan this QR code and get a free account that you can use for 60 days. With that, thank you very much, everyone. I hope you guys have a wonderful day, and I hope you have a wonderful Retail Tech Innovation Summit. Thank you very much.